So then we get to December 13th. So yesterday we looked at the story of Saul and how he was not necessarily the best king that the people of Israel ever had. And then this today on the 13th we are switching it over to look at David, who was installed as king to replace Saul by God, because Saul was not going to obey. And so God said, I'm going to find a man after my own heart, which is why I titled this chapter, The Man After God's Own Heart. And so we follow the David story throughout the whole thing, from the time that he was anointed king all the way up through the end of his story there. So same sort of deal, though, where we highlight, when was he being righteous and what blessings followed and how did he differ from Saul in some pretty key ways. But then we also look at how even this person who was a man after God's own heart, who loved God as much as David, still failed in so many ways, and how much brokenness came from that, and how devastating David's failures were. And as great as David was, how there's a need for someone even better than David to be the king of God's people. So that's what we're going to be looking at here on December 13th, The Man After God's Own Heart.